Stadium, aka the Jungle. The Roma Gladiators coming into this game with a district matchup.
Captains for your Tigers, number 6.
A District 16 5A Region 2 matchup. Right now, not looking so hot for the Roma Gladiators. Currently 1-1 in district play, looking for their second win. As the Mercedes, they're at the top of the division, looking to keep their ranking and keep the streak going. Right now we got the coin toss down in the middle of the field. We're going to turn it over to the PA announcer and the official here in just a moment. Team captains will be announced very shortly, and then the game will be coming up. Kickoff set to go in about a minute. Here we are. Here's the official.
Captains for the Gladiators, R.J. Morales, 23, Gabriel Garcia, and Jesus Garcia.
Mercedes has won the toss and will defer.
So there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Mercedes won the toss, and they're going to be getting it in the second half. It's going to be the Roma Gladiators under head coach Frank Villanueva. In tonight's district matchup, they're going to be taking the ball first momentarily, just as soon as both teams run back to the huddle. Captains for the Tigers look like the offensive line or the defensive line, the big boys up front. They're going to be leading the charge here tonight. And here come the Tigers running onto the field, getting ready for the matchup and getting ready and looking to go 3-0 here in district play. As for the Roma Gladiators, they're looking for win numero dos. Currently 1-1. Coming into the Jungle is not an easy place to play. No matter the team you are, no matter the team you claim yourself to be, the Tigers are going to bring it, especially behind their home fans. They're here, they're ready for the action. Kickoff very shortly after this here on Real Sports Live. Gladiators set to return it. We'll be back after this. A quick message from our sponsors, the people that keep us going.
The Brownsville Independent School District continues to provide a safe environment for enriching education. From pre-K3 to early college high school, the award-winning district has advanced its legacy in curriculum, athletics, and fine arts. Teachers are driving the frontier of technology, bringing industry to the classroom. On and off the field, Brownsville ISD students engage in the experiences that make them college and career ready. Brownsville Independent School District, the best choice.
And he throws it down. Oh! See you later, touchdown.
And Luke for your motors, we're moving forward. Same great service, same great people, same great cars and trucks, and these great white letters. Our vision is crystal clear. Luke for your motors, we're on the move.
And we are back here, ready for some football at Tiger Stadium in Mercedes, Texas, the Jungle. The Tigers are going to be kicking off first.
Kicking off for your Tigers, number 86.
It's going to be number 86, Diego Hernandez, who sends it away to Roma with a lone return man. Took a bounce at about the 8-yard line. And that was number 8 on the return. Daniel Gutierrez, the safety, didn't go anywhere. And the Roma Gladiators are going to start backed up in their own end zone. Not too far off, but looks like the marker is going to be at around inside the 10 for sure. And it's going to be inside the 5, actually. So an invalid signal for a fair catch backs up Roma deep in their own territory. They're going to get at the 2-yard line with a 1st and 10. 98 yards to go for the Gladiators. We'll see if the Tigers defense can hold them up. Under center tonight is RJ Morales for the Gladiators, and quickly the coach is running onto the field. Coach Frank Villanueva trying to figure out what the situation is. You see him there trying to plead his case. Maybe he's asking for a re-kick. Maybe he's asking just for a better spot, and he's not going to get it. It's Roma, 12 minutes on the clock, and we're going to start this matchup. The 1-1 Gladiators are on the field first. And here's the first snap of the game coming from RJ Morales under center. Motioning his man. And quickly gets stuffed. Loss of a yard, and they're going backwards here in this one. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 11 for Roma. That was Alvarado on the stop for Mercedes. Another handoff, man in motion down to the fullback's going to go for a gain of 4.
Once again, initial contact number 9.
And that's going to bring up a 3rd and 7 for the Tigers as they make it to the 5-yard line.
3rd and 7.
Third and 7 for Roma. Let's see what they decide to do next. Not a very pass-oriented team, only when it comes to 3rd down conversions. We'll see what Coach Villanueva pulls out of his hat trick here as RJ Morales has 2 receivers split out. It's going to be a fullback dive down the middle, making it to the 10-yard line. Gain of 5. It's going to bring up a 4th and 2. We'll see what Roma can do next as they decide and elect to bring on their punting unit. It's going to be the first punt of the game here tonight, and it's coming from the Roma Gladiators. That's high and away, gets fielded at the 30, makes one man miss, tiptoeing down the sideline, and he makes it all the way back to the 10-yard line, it looks like to me. That was number 22 on the return, Tyrell Trevino. Tigers are going to have, Tigers actually, they're going to have the ball with 10:01. Last time I was here covering their game, they had the Wolverines. They scored their first offensive play on a bubble screen to number 10, Joseph Rocha. We'll see if that's the play, and that's the case here. They scored in 4 seconds, 1 offensive play, and they were in the end zone. We'll see what happens next. As seen, Snedos motions out his man for a screen play. That's number 7 on the reception, Ramulos Ayala.
On the stop, 23, Gabriel.
Ayala gets the reception, a nice gain of 2. It's going to set him up at the 15, bringing up a 2nd and 8. And a handoff this time to the running back. Has nothing but green grass and finds the orange end zone. Miguel Jimenez in the end zone for 6 as he makes it look easy. A long night for Roma if that's going to be every play for the Tigers. Here's sounds of the game at Tiger Stadium.
House Insurance es seguro a todo dar. Intercept the extra point, Hernandez, holding, Gonzalez. Extra point is successful.
There's the officials indicating the extra point is good. Tigers score quickly, 7-0. Here's a replay of the touchdown by Miguel Jimenez, making it look easy. Nice blocking by the receivers, the offensive lineman. Everyone gets credit. As we're going to take a quick commercial break. Quick message from our sponsors, and we'll be back with the kickoff after this here on Real Sports Live.
Watching Real Sports Live.
gentlemen, we're back here with the kickoff by Diego Hernandez. Back to receive is Daniel Gutierrez. Hernandez boots it away as it goes down to about the 3, lands in the end zone, and it's actually RJ Morales, the quarterback, back deep to receive. And they're going to spot that at the 25-yard line, and that's where Roma is going to take over. A better spot than their first drive where they started at the 2 here. Now they are at the 25, and they have some room to work with. Their playbook opens up just a bit more. We'll see what they decide to pull out from under the sleeve. Coach Villanueva, a magician, some may say at the least. As for the Tigers, they are looking for their second stop of the night. Looking to make this one a quick one. Motioning over is Morales as he hands it off to his running back. Falling forward for a nice little gain. As I was looking at the wrong man. It was a 1-yard gain. And it's hard to tell from up here who's getting the ball because, I mean, everyone's just all bundled up. As a player comes in from the sideline, gets the play. We're down to about 9 minutes here in quarter number 1. Receivers are going to be split out, and RJ Morales is in the shotgun. Running plays have not been working for them. We'll see if the passing game helps, as it's going to be a handoff down the middle to the running back, number 23, Gabriel Garcia. Looks like from up here is going to be taking the handoff. A small little gain is going to bring up a 3rd and 5 here for the Roma Gladiators. Tigers up. We fixed the score. RJ Morales taking it for himself. Taking matters into his own hands. Falls forward for a first down as that stops the clock with 8:06 for the change to move. It's going to be a first down gain for Roma as they make it all the way down to their own 39. Moving the ball is crucial here against the Tigers defense. Another handoff down the middle is number 6, Jesse Ramon gets the carry.
Second down, 2nd and 8.
And looks like we are going to have a player down on the field, so we'll be back after this quick commercial break here on Real Sports Live.
You're watching Real Sports Live.
Here at Texas A&M University, Kingsville, we are a family. We support each other through thick and thin. We work together, grow together, excel together. We inspire each other to become the great minds of the future. We are here to ensure you succeed. Apply today to get started. This is your time.
It down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
I love what I do. I really
love what
do.
I'm doing. I love children.
One of the most important things to do is to love your students.
Imagine teachers like these helping your child prepare to change the world. Take a closer look at Mission CISD.
We're the Heart of the South Lady Hawks, and you're watching Real Sports Live. Awesome!
Service is attitude. How far are we willing to go to service our community, our dealership here for you, and you? Sky's the limit.
Texans, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Josh.
And we are back here at Real Sports Live. Player down was number 64, Jesus Garcia, one of the captains for tonight's game for the Gladiators. As Morales is back under center, motioning his man. He's going to bootleg to the right as he faked me and the camera guy out at the same time. It's going to be a first down gain for the for the Gladiators. Another first down. They're able to move the ground on the ball, move the ball on the ground, faking out me, the camera guy, the defense, in all different ways. They can go to the outside, they can go down the middle, a stretch play to the left, to the right. A lot of different things you can do in this offense for Coach Villanueva. He's letting it be known tonight. Morales, again, man in motion. It's going to be a handoff to the motion guy. Number 22 is going to get the ball, Isaac Lozano. As that's going to go for a nice gain. Looks like a pickup of 7 on that last play. Is going to bring up a second and 3. Second and 3 here for the Gladiators as they're moving the ball. Taking their sweet time doing it too. We're halfway through quarter number 1. And it's their second drive. Handoff back to the fullback. Lozano takes it. More than enough for a first down as they make it to the Tigers' 35-yard line. First and 10, Gladiators. Morales with 2 nice runs, or excuse me, Lozano, 2 nice runs back to back. As they take one out and another comes back in for the Gladiators offense. It's kind of like they're coming in with the plays and they're leaving. So 2 guys get an opportunity right now. Coming back in was number 15, Jesus Vargas. We'll see what happens next. Man in motion. It's going to be a handoff down the middle. That's going to go for 4. It's going to bring up a second and 6. Nice and fresh out here in Mercedes, Texas as the sun sets. We are in fall. Happened on the 22nd, and here we are on the 24th. 81 degrees out right now, 53% humidity, but it doesn't seem like it. The 9-mile-per-hour wind going east. Morales back under center, hands it off straight to the running back, number 8 on the carry, Daniel Gutierrez.
Host the Tigers on the stop. Number 93, Rodriguez. That's number 93, Elijah Rodriguez on the stop. Brings up third down.
4:30 left to play here in quarter number 1. It's a 3rd and 4 for the Gladiators. Need to convert here. If not, well, they might be able to kick it through with a field goal. I'm not too sure if they're in field goal range. Didn't have a chance to see their kicker pregame. It's just going to be a quarterback keeper. Morales is going to take it for himself. Has a lane. 2 people to miss, and a tackle goes down at the 5-yard line. That was Morales, the quarterback on the carry. Clock stops at 4:03 for the change to move as the Gladiators are in goal situation. We'll see how many tries it takes them to get in there. We're under 4 minutes now. And Gladiators knocking on the door. We'll see if Roma decides to let them in. Another handoff. Looks like that's going backwards. It's going to be a loss of 2 on that last play. That was Galvan on the tackle, the linebacker. Three minutes to go here. Tigers still leading 7-0 as the motion from Morales is going to be a quarterback keeper. should have handed it off. That was looking for the bootleg action, as that's going to go for a huge loss there. It's going to be a 3rd and 14, where the drive started at the back at their own 25. They made it all the way to their 5, and now they're backed up 9 yards. It's a 3rd and 14 for Roma. It looks like they might bring out the pass game here close in the red zone. And, well, Mercedes' red zone defense, or their defense in general, has been pretty good the whole season, only allowing a total of 35 points to the opponents they've played. It's going to be a carry down in the end zone. Morales is going to take it for himself. And the quarterback keeper works to perfection, and the Gladiators are now on the board. Extra point pending, as we've made it all the way down to 2:08 here in quarter number 1. Number 9 is going to be attempting the kick. Jonathan Duarte. Kick is up, almost blocked, but through the uprights with more than enough power on the ball. Ties us up at 7. We'll be back with the kickoff after this here on Real Sports Live. After we show the replay, of course. There's RJ Morales calling his own number, getting in there the end zone with his ease. And we'll be back with the kickoff after this here on Real Sports Live.
Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
And we are back here. There's Roma, their kickoff unit, getting ready to get on the field. First time they see the field tonight. And back deep to receive is 2 Tigers. Kicking off is going to be number 9, Jonathan Duarte, who just drilled the extra point with leg room. Took that all the way back to lane number 1 on the track. Maybe they could have gotten that 45-yarder if they needed it. Looks like they're going to overload the right side. Might be a pooch kick or an onside. And it looks like it's going to be an onside here, depending. As the pooch comes up and over. Fair caught at the 25, but a fumble is going to stop the play there. It looks like we got some scruffling going on back at the 15, 10-yard line. Broke them up. Everything is A-OK. And the Tigers are going to start their first possession at the 23-yard line, 22-yard line. Make that the 21-yard line to be exact. And now we get to see the offense work down the field for Mercedes. Last time they scored on 2 plays. A quick screen play went for about 2 yards, 3 yards. And now they took it down the middle with number 2, their running back, Miguel Jimenez. We'll see what they do next. It's the quarterback, Michael Cisneros. As pressure comes from Roma, the flags are going to be thrown from every angle of the field. Here's the official on the call.
Before the snap, offside, number 14 on the defense. 5-yard penalty, first down.
So the pressure came just a bit too soon, caused the offensive lineman to jump. That was Adan Gonzalez trying to get the extra step before the snap. The Tigers have 5 yards. They're going to motion out Jimenez, and the flag comes once again. Here's the official.
Before the snap, ball start, number 77 on the offense. 5-yard penalty, still first down.
So the Tigers were awarded 5 free extra yards, and they got that taken away right away from them. And now they're back to the original line of scrimmage where they would have started this drive at the 21. It's a 1st and 10. They're going to go back to that same play they didn't get to run. Quick snap to the outside. That's number 22 on the screen pass. Tyrell Trevino. That's going to go nowhere. The Gladiators were there for it. Wrapping him up quickly. We're about 2 minutes away from the end of quarter number 1. And it's Cisneros with 3 receivers to the left. A quarterback keeper, as everyone thought it was a read option. He's going to keep it for himself as he goes out of bounds with 131. It's going to be a 3rd and about 6. Maybe 7. We're going to call it a 3rd and 7 here for the Tigers. 2 receivers split out to the left-hand side. Cisneros rolls out, has his man down in the flats, trying to tiptoe in the sideline, gets enough for the first down. That's number 10, Joseph Rocha, on the first down carry or the first down reception for the Tigers. Able to make plays, able to make something happen, as they're going to run it to the left-hand side once again. That's Trevino on the catch, makes one defender miss. Trying going down the sideline, tiptoeing, doing his little dance. The 10, the 5, and he's in. Touchdown for the Tigers.
That Tiger Ground sponsor is House Insurance and Seguro a todo dar.
Somehow Trevino was able to keep his feet in bounds. We're going to take a look at the replay right now after the extra point, as that is up and through the uprights. We're going to leave it at 14. And here is the replay for Trevino. Makes one defender miss. Able to get the speed acceleration down the sideline. You see him down to 15, the 5, and he's in. Cruising into the end zone with a nice catch and play there. Yeah, the cheerleaders, quick message from our sponsors, and we'll be back here on Real Sports Live.
We are Santa Rosa, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for the fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
We are Edinburgh Bella, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
You saw the SaberCats there. They were on our screen. So you're watching Real Sports Live. They're playing over there in Edinburgh, crosstown rival Edinburgh North. We have that game live to you. John Trevino has a call, so if you want some time, you want to go check out a different game, that's a good one to watch. Hernandez kicks it away into the end zone and the touchback, as the Gladiators are going to start their next drive at the 25-yard line. 1:11 left to play in quarter number 1, and the Tigers only lead by a touchdown. Standings right now for District 16 5A. Mercedes is on top. They have 124 points for them. They've scored in 4 games. Here they are in game number 5. They're 2-0. They're 4-0 overall. As for Roma, they're 2-2 overall and 1-1 in district. Here's the Gladiators under center, handoff to the running back, Lozano. As that's not going to go for much. A 3-yard gain nonetheless. A 2nd and 7 is going to be up next for Roma. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching, let us know where you're watching from. We can give you a quick shout out from Real Sports Live and me, of course, to you. If you're watching on Facebook, make sure to give us a share, a like, a comment. As Morales hands it off down to the fullback. He's running for a first down and more. That's Lozano once again for a huge gain. That stops the clock with 24 seconds as the chains move. Roma able to move the ball, unlike other teams here at the Jungle. That's just the name of the game as they let it go down to quarter number 2. Triple zeros on the clock. As we go to quarter number 2, they're going to switch sides. They're going to take some time to talk about it. We'll be back with a quick message from our sponsors after this here on Real Sports Live.
A nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
We are La Villa, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Uniforms.
And here we are back on Real Sports Live after the quarter switch. Both teams now on opposite sides of the ball. The Gladiators are going to be going south as the Tigers are going to be going north. Man in motion as they hand it off quickly. There's a hole as he's got the speed, and no, he doesn't. He gets tackled up by 2 Tigers at around the 31-yard line. That was number 28 on the carry, Roy Martinez.
Number 1, Austin Davila, and teammate number 9, JJ Alvarado on the stop.
Martinez with a huge gain there for his Gladiators. Sets him up in Tiger territory to start the second quarter. We have Mr. Emilio Garcia Jr. watching from Arizona. Thank you for tuning in, Mr. Garcia. Another handoff for Roma. That's going to go for a gain of 3. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 7. We have Miss Vallejo watching from Chicago. Thank you for tuning in. Tigers on the defense right now looking for a stop. It's 2nd and 8 after a 2-yard gain by Roma. It's going to be a man in motion once again. He's going to get the handoff. Down the left side, that's number 23 on the carry, Gabriel Garcia, one of their captains.
Brings up 3rd down.
That's going to be about a 3rd, and we're going to call it 6.
3rd and 4.
3rd and 5 to be exact is the official marker on the scoreboard, the Jumbotron over here at Tiger Stadium. Clock continuing to drip down. There's the motion. Handoff down the middle. And that's a touchdown for Roma. Number 8, Daniel Gutierrez gets in the end zone for Roma. Stops the clock with 10 minutes. And we are almost tied up here at Tiger Stadium. Tigers just a bit quiet. They're not used to being tied up here at quarter number 2. The band would be doing their little number, but they're already on the field preparing for halftime. They have their halftime show coming up very soon. As the extra point will be up and through the uprights. Number 9, Jonathan Duarte, getting it through, tying us up at 14 all with 9:59 to play here in Real Sports Live, Tiger Stadium. We'll be back after this.
To purchase the best high-quality scrubs. Soon after I learned about how the EDC was helping out the community, and so I did meet with Ms. Castillo. She made it very easy, very friendly, and she walked me every step of the way. I couldn't have done it without their help.
Come visit our new store in downtown Harlingen. We have furniture, appliances, clothes, collectibles, and more. All funds collected support the Sunny Glen Children's Home. Come see us at Vintage on Jackson at 1st and Jackson in Harlingen.
And we're back here at 14 all stadium on the Tigers side. Silence. You can hear a pin drop. You can hear the crickets cricking. And the kickoff comes from Duarte. It's going to be fielded at the 25, and we're looking for a return here. Number 7 is going to be Romualdez Ayala taking it back to the 40. A quick gain of 15 yards is going to set the Tigers up with a 1st and 10. We have Martin Diaz Jr. watching from Roma. Mr. Cardenas watching from McAllen. George Garcia all the way from Las Vegas. He's saying go Tigers. And Frankie Cano, he's watching from Hawaii. Hope the weather's nice over there, Mr. Cano. Quick strike to the outside for Rocha, trying to make defenders miss, almost getting out of that one, as he's going to go for 5 yards on that play. It's going to set him up with a 2nd and 5. Mr. Ethan Hernandez watching from Harlingen. Another play, a quick screen there. Or a quick play. It's going to be a 3rd and 2 here for the Tigers. Cisneros is going to change their play. Doesn't like the defense that he is in, that the Gladiators are in right now. See if it pays off. A quick handoff once again to Jimenez. Needs a couple of defenders to break away from. He does not have the speed as he gets a huge gain there. And they are in good company. Jimenez making the running look easy, and the Tigers side of the stadium explodes. I'm sure you heard him in the background. It's going to be the Tigers set up with 8:40 as they're all the way down. Cisneros is going to call his own number, and he cruises into the end zone untouched as he scores quickly, not wasting any time. Tigers now have 20 as they set it up quickly from Jimenez. A nice run, and Cisneros is going to finish it off.
Hernandez attempt the extra point.
It's Hernandez kicking it through the uprights and making it 21-14. Here's a replay of Cisneros' run.
The holder, Hernandez, extra point.
As I said, he went untouched there. Jersey's still clean, making it look easy, 21-14.
Your Tigers, 21.
And they're the cheerleaders running their little stunts.
On that nifty touchdown run by Cisneros, sponsor, House Insurance, and Seguro.
And here we are back. We try getting you sounds of the stadium from the jungle. Tigers set up, ready to kick this one away. We do have another shout out. He's watching from Los Angeles, California, and he's a Mercedes alumni from the class of 07. If you're an alumni and you're watching the game, let us know where you're watching from and what class you are. Apparently we have the #1 Tiger fan in Mercedes watching from his home after 2 bone marrows. So hope you are doing okay, recovering fairly well, fairly quickly. And hope you're enjoying the game as well. 8:31 on the clock. Tigers lead 21-14. Roma's on the field at their own 25 after a touchback. And it's going to be a handoff down the middle. Both teams establishing the run early. A nice first down carry. That's number 22, Isaac Lozano.
Ball at the 41-yard line. Host the Tigers on the stop. Number 90, Roman Galvan.
Another first down carry. The Gladiators make it all the way to their own 41. Very close to Tiger territory. Have somebody watching from Gabriel Valley in California. They're saying go Tigers. A handoff to the motion man to the left-hand side. That falls forward for about 2 yards. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 8. As we are down to about 7:50 on the clock.
Number 56, Isaac Lozoya. 3-yard gain.
And Mr. Emilio Garcia Jr., he's a retired Mercedes school principal. I'm pretty sure you were one of the best principals around, and they miss you dearly here at Mercedes High School. We have Adrian Maldonado also. He's watching from McAllen. He's a former Roma Gladiator. He moved out to McAllen now. Handoff to the running back. Falls forward. He goes for a gain of about 4. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 3. Maybe a 3rd and 4, we're going to call it.
3rd and 4.
We are at the 7-minute mark here in quarter number 2. Both teams still have all 3 timeouts. Nothing has been used up. Nothing has really had a meaning to be used up as Morales takes it in the shotgun. Not much we see, but he calls his own number, and he gets a 1st down as he goes out of bounds. It stops the clock with 6:41. He's going to be in Tiger territory. He's going to go all the way down to the 43-yard line is where they're going to set up. As the Gladiators are set up with a 1st and 10 at the Tigers' 43. It's going to be a handoff down the middle, going for a gain of 1, maybe 2. We'll see if the officials are generous and give it to him. We have Miss Patricia McDonald watching from Chula Vista, California. Her nephew is number 10, Joseph Rocha. Going to bring up a 2nd and 8 with 6:16 on the clock right now for the Gladiators. Mr. Juan Ramirez is watching from Minnesota. Ms. Vallejo, she's class of 87. Avelina Leal, she's class of 83. She's watching from Houston. It's a handoff down the middle. It's going to make it all the way up to about the, we'll call that the 38-yard line. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 4 for the Gladiators. Gibby Huerta, class of 2001. He says, go Tigers. And we have ex-Tiger. He played for the Tigers last year. He played defensive back. He's watching from Ohio. And a nice 3rd down stop brings up 4th and 4 as that went backwards. They lost 2 on that one. And the first 4th down of the game comes as the Tigers get a stop. It's going to be the Gladiators bringing on their punting unit. Punt goes away. 2 returners are back. They're going to call Peter. That signals everyone to move out the way. Just let the ball roll. It's going to go out of bounds at about the 14-yard line. And that's where the Tigers are going to set up with 4:43 left to play here in quarter number 2 in the first half. They're looking to score quickly. They're looking to score and go up 2 and making the Gladiators play from behind as they already are right now. They got a little complacent. Roma, they thought the run down the middle was going to work every time. Roma or Mercedes finally figured out what their thing was going to do. As the Tigers motion, their man is going to hand it off to Trevino. Has space, green grass, and there he goes. Another highlight play for Tyrell Trevino. The 20, the 10, and 6 on the board for the Tigers.
for number 22, Tyrell Trevino, for Archer Personnel Services. Touchdown! Holding the extra point, number 3, Marcos Gonzalez, into attempt. Number 86, Diego Hernandez.
Hernandez awaiting the extra point. That stopped us with 31 seconds left, 4:31. As that is through. There's the officials making it look easy, and of course, the replay. Here it is, Tyrell Trevino. Beautiful blocking by the receivers, makes the linebacker miss, and the safety just isn't fast enough for him.
That run was worthy of a Tiger growl.
And Roma now with their heads down, their spirits have been snatched from them. As it's been all Tigers on the scoreboard for the last 2 drives, or the last 3 drives to be exact. A touchdown for Mercedes, a punt for Roma, and a 1-play touchdown by Tyrell Trevino. Making it look easy. We're waiting the kickoff. There's Hernandez getting it away as Roma's going to let it go in the back of the end zone. A touchback. It's going to be Roma at their own 25-yard line.
For the Gladiators, ball at the 25-yard line.
Roma at their own 25 with a 1st and 10, 4:31 to play. They have a lot of time as they got to travel a long ways as well. Here they are. Handoff down the middle to Lozano. Is going to get swallowed up quickly.
Initial contact. Number 9, AJ Alvarado. 1-yard gain, brings up 2nd down.
It's going to go for 1 yard. It's going to be a 2nd and 9 or 2nd and 8, as it says on the scoreboard for the Gladiators. This is what high school football is all about. 2nd and 8 for Roma. Under 4 minutes to play, man in motion. It's going to be Morales calling his own number, 1 man to beat. So he's going to take that back to the 30. It's going to be a 3rd and 5 now. A short gain of 3 yards from Morales. As the play continues to roll, the play clock continues to roll.
And teammate number 8, John Rosales. 3rd down.
Getting nearer to halftime. Stay tuned during our halftime show. We're going to have some pointers to talk about for both sides of the balls. Morales gets the first play, throws it right to a Tiger, but it falls incomplete.
Pass falls incomplete.
And that's a 4th down, and here comes the punt unit once again. Not something you want to do with this high-powered offense for Mercedes.
That defensive stand is
As we're going to take a look at the replay here very momentarily of that last play. Morales threw it straight to the safety, number 1, Austin Davila. Luckily, it fell off of his hands or bounced off his chest as the punt goes over the head of Duarte, and he's going to run out with it. Doing a 360 flip in the air, and the Tigers stop him there. Okay, now we have to show the replay. Here it is. Camera guy did an excellent job of getting in on the action. Doing the little flip that Lamar Jackson did back on Monday Night Football. But there was a touchdown for Lamar Jackson, and it wasn't a touchdown here for Duarte, as the Tigers are now set up with a 1st and 10 at the Gladiators' 14-yard line. Not much they can do there. A handoff to Jimenez. Almost finds a hole but gets tackled up by the shoes. That's Gabriel Garcia, the linebacker, getting the tackle, first initial contact, and finishing it off as well.
Number 23 and 25 on the stop. 23, Gabriel Garcia. Number 25, Miguel Rios. Second down.
2:37 left to play in quarter number 2. Cisneros is going to toss it out back to Trevino, who is met by a gang of gladiators. The clock is going to continue to roll, signaled by the official. That was Trevino on the carry, or the reception. A good chunk of yardage was gained on that. It's going to bring up about a 3rd and 2, maybe a 3rd and 1. We'll see what the final spot is. There's no 2-minute warning in high school, so we're going to roll through the last 2 minutes. As that's going to be Cisneros taking it himself down the middle. And a first down for the Tigers is going to keep their drive alive. That was a 3rd down carry, and here they are. Only 3 yards needed as they're going to motion over Rocha. Jet sweep, and he gets swallowed up quickly behind the line. We're down to 1:30 here in Tiger Stadium. A couple more shout-outs to the offensive lineman from the Diesel Fan Club, Christopher Cantu. The Tigers offensive line doing exceptional in the first half of tonight's game so far. Also, the ex-principal, Mr. Garcia, has another shout-out. We'll get to him in just a bit. As Cisneros is faced with a 7 yards to go over the top, the middle. One-handed catch is not good by Trevino. That stops the clock with 1:09. And it's a 3rd down here for the Tigers once again. Mr. Garcia shouting out his brother. He's the next Tiger, and he's watching from San Antonio. Thank you for watching, Mr. Garcia. And we have a timeout called. The first of the game comes with 1 minute and 9 seconds. Mercedes takes it, and we're going to take a break as well. We'll be back here on Real Sports Live after this.
I love what I do. I really
love what
do.
I'm doing. I love children. One of the most important things to do is to love your students.
Imagine teachers like these helping your child prepare to change the world. Take a closer look at Mission CISD.
This game is brought to you in part by the Concession Stand in Santa Rosa, a locally owned business providing a terrific atmosphere before or after the games and supporting athletes of all ages. When you're in Santa Rosa, be sure to stop by the Concession Stand and choose from the wide assortment of goodies. An advertising partner with Real Sports Live is the Concession.
And we are back here, Real Sports Live, 1:09. A 3rd and goal, 7 yards to go for the Tigers. Cisneros going to drop back to pass. Has nowhere, he rolls out to his left. Looking for a shot in the back of the end zone. Pass goes incomplete. As we go down to exactly 1 minute, 60 seconds left to play here. And it looks like they're not going to take any chances. The field goal unit's going to come out. And the Tigers were stopped from 7. They're going to have to settle for 3. We'll see if they convert. Diego Hernandez has been perfect on his kick so far. The PATs have been right through the uprights. A couple of touchbacks as he gets that up, and it is good. The nod comes, and both hands go up. And now we're down to 56 seconds. 3 points on the board for the Tigers as they're up now 31-14. Tigers making it back onto the field. The cheerleaders cheering, doing their thing because their Tigers are up a lot too little. We have Mr. Juan Guajardo watching from Michigan. Thank you for watching, Mr. Guajardo. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching from YouTube, Facebook, or Twitter, don't forget to retweet us on Twitter, share us on Facebook, like us on Facebook. Subscribe to our YouTube. Turn on your notifications because you're going to know whenever we're live for any game. We have a whole slate of games going on today, and you can catch them all on our YouTube. Hernandez sends that away. As it is fumbled, the Tigers try and hurry to it as they're going to be set up way back inside their own 10-yard line. The Gladiators, not great field position once again.
From the 8-yard line for the Gladiators.
As mentioned before, a lot of games going on. Well, here are some of the games we got. Brownsville Hannah's at Harlingen South. Of course, Roma at Mercedes. That's going on right now. You're watching it live. Fremont at Marine Military Academy. Edinburgh Vela versus Edinburgh North. Harlingen at Brownsville. Valley View at Pioneer. Alice at HM King. Corpus Christi Carroll versus Corpus Christi Ray. Corpus Christi London at Bishop. Falfurrias at Lyford. Hebronville at Taft. And volleyball game as well we have on our slate tonight. The first of the season on a Friday night we have going on. Corpus Christi Ray at Corpus Christi Carroll. That started at 6 p.m. so it probably ended by now. And if not, you can go catch the highlights later, as we're going to have those for you. Or you can watch the full game if you want. It was a 6-yard carry for Roma. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 4. As we are down all the way to the last 10 seconds of the quarter or the half. Man in motion. It's going to go right up the middle, and it's going to be stuffed quickly, as that takes us to halftime.
1-yard gain. And that's halftime.
Halftime here at Tiger Stadium.
Then visit the concession stand on the east side and the west side.
31-14. Tigers lead. We're going to be back in just a moment. We're going to have the play clock going. .28 minutes on the clock as the Tigers run to their locker room. The Gladiators are going to go to the, I guess, the side of the field, not going into the locker room. They got a ways to travel, but the band is going to be making its way on. You get to see them. We can't show it live due to copyright issues, but we're going to be back with you momentarily for some halftime updates around the Valley, around the games that we're covering. Also, what the Roma Gladiators can do differently and what the Tigers can keep doing, as they've, leading 31-14 right now. So we'll be back with you in just a moment here at Tiger Stadium. Brandon Guzman on the other side of the call. Halftime show over. We'll be back after this message from our sponsors on Real Sports Live.
Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles? How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
We are La Villa, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Whether you're visiting or vacationing at South Padre Island, be sure to book your place to stay with Island Services. Locally owned for over 40 years. Trusted, reliable for condo and beach house rentals. Call and visit the website today. Island Services.
We are the Harlingen Cardinals, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Hi, I'm Roldo Rodriguez, and I'm a partner with New York Life Insurance Company. For 170 years, New York Life has built a reputation for building some of the finest agents in the industry. I help to manage that process from day one. If you're looking to challenge yourself and build an insurance and financial service business, then I would like to show you how I can help.
And he throws it down. See you later, touchdown.
We are the Los Fresnos Lady Falcons, and this is Real Sports Live.
Aquí, en la Universidad de Texas A&M Kingsville, somos una familia. Nosotros nos apoyamos. Trabajamos juntos. Crecemos juntos. Triunfamos juntos. Nos inspiramos los unos a los otros para convertirnos en las grandes mentes del futuro. Estamos aquí para asegurarnos que tú triunfes. Aplica hoy para empezar. Es tu momento.
The Brownsville Independent School District continues to provide a safe environment for enriching education. From pre-K 3 to early college high school, the award-winning district has advanced its legacy in curriculum, athletics, and fine arts. Teachers are driving the frontier of technology, bringing industry to the classroom. On and off the field, Brownsville ISD students engage in the experiences that make them college and career ready. Brownsville Independent School District, the best choice.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
And look for your motors, we're moving forward. Same great service, same great people, same great cars and trucks, and these great white vans. Our vision is crystal clear. Look for your motors. We're on the move.
We're the Lady Cougars, and you're watching Real Sports Live. We are the Harlingen Lady Cardinals, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Here at Texas A&M University, Kingsville, we are a family. We support each other through thick and thin. We work together, grow together, excel together. We inspire each other to become the great minds of the future. We are here to ensure you succeed. Apply today to get started. This is your time.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
I love what I do. I really
love what
do.
I'm doing. I love children. One of the most important things to do is to love your students.
Imagine teachers like these helping your child prepare to change the world. Take a closer look at Mission CISD.
We're the Harlingen South Lady Hawks, and you're watching Real Sports Live. Awesome!
Service is attitude. How far are we willing to go to service our community, our leadership here for you, and you? Sky's the limit.
We're the Ray Texans, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Josh Moody and Coach Rolly Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
We are Santa Rosa, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for the fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
We are Eddie Burkella, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Sherryland ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
We are La Villa, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Uniforms, etc., you're going to find the opportunity to purchase the best high-quality scrubs. Soon after I learned about how the EDC was helping out the community, and so I did meet with Ms. Castillo. She made it very easy, very friendly, and she walked me every step of the way. I couldn't have done it without their help.
Come visit our new store in downtown Harlingen. We have furniture, appliances, clothes, collectibles, and more. All funds collected support the Sunny Glen Children's Home. Come see us at Vintage on Jackson at First and Jackson in Harlingen.
I love what I do. I
love
really
what
do.
I'm doing. I love children. One of the most important things to do is to love your students.
Imagine teachers like these helping your child prepare to change the world. Take a closer look at Mission CISD.
This game is brought to you in part by the Concession Stand in Santa Rosa, a locally owned business providing a terrific atmosphere before or after the games and supporting athletes of all ages. When you're in Santa Rosa, be sure to stop by the Concession Stand and choose from the wide assortment of goodies. An advertising partner with Rio Sports Live is the Concession Stand. Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles. How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
We are La Villa, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Whether you're visiting or vacationing at South Padre Island, be sure to book your place to stay with Island Services. Locally owned for over 40 years. Trusted, reliable for condo and beach house rentals. Call and visit the website today. Island Services.
We are the Harlingen Cardinals, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Hi, I'm Rodo Rodriguez, and I'm a partner with New York Life Insurance Company. For 170 years, New York Life has built a reputation for building some of the finest agents in the industry. I help to manage that process from day one. If you're looking to challenge yourself and build an insurance and financial service business, then I would like to show you how I can help.
And he throws it down. Oh! See you later, touchdown.
We are those Red Nose Lady Falcons, and this is Real Sports Live.
Aquí, en la Universidad de Texas A&M Kingsville, somos una familia. Nosotros nos apoyamos. Trabajamos juntos. Crecemos juntos. Triunfamos juntos. Nos inspiramos los unos a los otros para convertirnos en las grandes mentes del futuro. Estamos aquí para asegurarnos que tú triunfes. Aplica hoy para empezar. Es tu momento.
The Brownsville Independent School District continues to provide a safe environment for enriching education. From pre-K3 to early college high school, the award-winning district has advanced its legacy in curriculum, athletics, and fine arts. Teachers are driving the frontier of technology, bringing industry to the classroom. On and off the field, Brownsville ISD students engage in the experiences that make them college and career ready. Brownsville Independent School District, the best choice.
And he throws it down. Oh! See you later, touchdown.
And Luke for your motors, we're moving forward. Same great service, same great people, same great cars and trucks, and these great white letters. Our vision is crystal clear. Luke for your motors. We're on the move.
We're the Lady Cougars, and you're watching Real Sports Live. We are the Harlingen Lady Cardinals, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Here at Texas A&M University, Kingsville, we are a family. We support each other through thick and thin. We work together, grow together, excel together. We inspire each other to become the great minds of the future. We are here to ensure you succeed. Apply today to get started. This is your time.
And he throws it down. Oh! See you later, touchdown.
I love what I do. I
love
really
what
do.
I'm doing. I love children. One of the most important things to do is to love your students.
Imagine teachers like these helping your child prepare to change the world. Take a closer look at Mission CISD.
Watching Real Sports Live. Awesome!
Welcome back here to Real Sports Live. Our halftime show continues. 15 minutes left on the clock. We're going to run some quick first half highlights. It's not a lot, but it's something. And then we are going to be back here talking about what Roma and both teams can do differently or what they can keep consistent. I'm Brandon Guzman, and here are the highlights from the first half. You can only catch them here on Real Sports Live. And a handoff this time to the running back. Has nothing but green grass and finds the orange end zone. Miguel Jimenez in the end. Have a chance to see their kicker pregame. That's just going to be a quarterback keeper. Morales is going to take it for himself. Has a lane. Two people to miss, and a tackle goes down at the 5-yard line. 3 minutes to go here. Tigers still leading 7-0. As a motion from Morales is going to be a quarterback keeper. Should have handed it off. That was looking for the bootleg action, as that's going to go for 35 points to the opponents they've played. It's going to be a carry down in the end zone. Morales is going to take it for himself. And the quarterback to the left-hand side once again. That's Trevino on the catch. Makes one defender miss. Trying going down the sideline, tiptoeing, doing his little dance. The 10, the 5, and he's in. Man in motion as they hand it off quickly. There's a hole as he's got the speed, and no, he doesn't. He gets tackled up by two Tigers at around the 31-yard line. That was number 2. Handoff down the middle, and that's a touchdown for Roma. Number 8, Daniel Gutierrez gets in the end zone. And at the Gladiators are in right now. We'll see if it pays off. A quick handoff once again to Jimenez. Needs a couple of defenders to break away from. He does not have the speed as he gets a huge gain there. With 8:40, as they're all the way down, Cisneros is going to call his own number, and he cruises into the end zone untouched as he scores quickly. As the Tigers motion, their man is going to hand it off to Trevino. Has space, green grass, and there he goes. Another highlight play for Tyrell Trevino. The 20. The 10 and 6 on the board for the Tigers. Getting nearer to halftime. Stay tuned during our halftime show. We're going to have some pointers to talk about for both sides of the balls. Morales gets the first play, throws it right to a Tiger, but it falls incomplete. Luckily, it fell off of his hands or bounced off his chest as the punt goes over the head of Duarte. And he's going to run out with it. Doing a 360 flip in the air. Going to keep their drive alive. Oh, the third down carry, and here they are. Only 3 yards needed as they're going to motion over Rocha. Jet sweep, and he gets swallowed up quickly behind the line. And here we are back with the halftime show here at Real Sports Live, Tiger Stadium. The Tiger Sergeantettes doing their little dance right now. We have some halftime updates from around the valley. McAllen Memorial and Nicky Rowe. A very interesting score right there. Rowe has 6, McAllen Memorial has 2. The Diamondbacks are up 16-0 over Valley View. After 1, here we are. The halftime score is 37-0. They're at Shareland Pioneer. Now we have Harlingen South 14, Harlingen or Brownsville Hanna at 0. Lyford has 8. Falfurrias has 0 at halftime. Those are the halftime scores, what I have right now. And, of course, the one we have here, 31-14. There's 10 minutes and 52 seconds left in the half, but we're going to talk about some football, of course, because what else is there to talk about when you're at a football game during halftime besides the band? Well, right now we have Tyrell Trevino taking over the show for the Tigers offense. 2 touchdowns on the board, 2 receiving touchdowns at that. A touchdown from quarterback Michael Cisneros. He ran that in a little later in the second quarter. And then Miguel Jimenez had the first touchdown of the game for Mercedes as well. As for the Gladiators, they're doing everything. Well, let's talk about Tigers first. They're doing everything right on the offensive side. Defensively, they were kind of started off a little bit shaky, a little bit slow. They recovered, they picked up, and now they ran away with the score, 31-14. It reflects on the scoreboard. As for the Gladiators, well, they'll have 2 touchdowns on the board. It comes from the quarterback, R.J. Morales. He had a long run. And Daniel Gutierrez, he had about a 20-yard touchdown run. You saw it on the highlights. So we just previewed a little bit before this. There's under 10 minutes to go now. And the Gladiators, well, they got a lot to talk about right now. They don't really have a locker room. They're stuck over there next to the concession stand on the away side. And they're waiting to get back on the field. They're eager. They want to get this second half rolling. They want to get back into this football game. They haven't left yet, but they're down 3 scores. And once you're down 3 scores at halftime and you're not going to start off with the ball, as they lost, the Tigers deferred to the second half, so they're going to be starting with the ball after the break. It's not going to look too good. Let's see if the Tigers, they can score on offense, and if they score coming out the break, it's going to be a tough time for the Gladiators to get back in there. So they're down 3 scores. They run the ball. They chew off half of the clock or half of the quarter on one drive. It's just going to be tough. So right now the Tigers in the driver's seat, and it's going to take a lot for the Gladiators to come back on this one. They need to get the offense rolling. They need to get defensive stops. They need to get turnovers, the main thing. Something we haven't seen here in this game. No turnovers for either side. We had punts. That doesn't count as a turnover. We're going to count that as a stop. So that's just what I think needs to happen. If you got a different opinion, we'll put it in the comments and we can talk about it. I mean, why not? We're here at the halftime. We got stuff to talk about. We do have more halftime scores, 26-0. Odom's winning over Santa Rosa. That's the halftime score there. And then Marine Military Academies leading Fremont 14-7 at the halftime. If you got any thoughts on who needs to, what can happen differently here on the football game, put it in the comments. We can talk about it once we get back from the break. 8 minutes exactly. We'll be back after this here on Real Sports Live with the second half kickoff coming here from Tiger Stadium.
Service is attitude. How far are we willing to go to service our community, our dealership here for you, and you? Sky's the limit.
We're the Ray Texans, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Josh Moody and Coach Rolly Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
We are Santa Rosa, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Forever Memories Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for the fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
We are Eddie Burkella, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Sherryland ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
We are La Villa, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Uniforms, etc., you're going to find the opportunity to purchase the best high-quality scrubs. Soon after I learned about how the EDC was helping out the community, and so I did meet with Ms. Castillo. She made it very easy, very friendly, and she walked me every step of the way. I couldn't have done it without their help.
Come visit our new store in downtown Harlingen. We have furniture, appliances, clothes, collectibles, and more. All funds collected support the Sunny Glen Children's Home. Come see us at Vintage on Jackson at First and Jackson in Harlingen.
I love what I do. I really
love what
do.
I'm doing. I love children. One of the most important things to do is to love your students.
Imagine teachers like these helping your child prepare to change the world. Take a closer look at Mission CISD.
This game is brought to you in part by the Concession Stand in Santa Rosa, a locally owned business providing a terrific atmosphere before or after the games and supporting athletes of all ages. When you're in Santa Rosa, be sure to stop by the Concession Stand and choose from the wide assortment of goodies. An advertising partner with Rio Sports Live is the Concession Stand.
And a handoff this time to the running back. Has nothing but green grass and finds the orange end zone. Miguel Jimenez in the end. Have a chance to see their kicker pregame. That's just going to be a quarterback keeper. Morales is going to take it for himself. Has a lane. Two people to miss, and a tackle goes down at the 5-yard line. 3 minutes to go here. Tigers still leading 7-0 as a motion from Morales is going to be a quarterback keeper. Should have handed it off. That was looking for the bootleg action, as that's going to go for 35 points to the opponents they've played. It's going to be a carry down in the end zone. Morales is going to take it for himself. And the quarterback to the left-hand side once again. That's Trevino on the catch, makes one defender miss. Trying going down the sideline, tiptoeing, doing his little dance. The 10, the 5, and he's in. Man in motion as they hand it off quickly. There's a hole as he's got the speed, and no, he doesn't. He gets tackled up by two Tigers at around the 31-yard line. That was number 2. Handoff down the middle, and that's a touchdown for Roma. Number 8, Daniel Gutierrez gets in the end zone. And at the Gladiators are in right now. We'll see if it pays off. A quick handoff once again to Jimenez. Needs a couple of defenders to break away from. He does not have the speed as he gets a huge gain there. With 8:40, as they're all the way down, Cisneros is going to call his own number, and he cruises into the end zone untouched as he scores quickly. As the Tigers motion, their man is going to hand it off to Trevino. Has space, green grass, and there he goes. Another highlight play for Tyrell Trevino. The 20, the 10, and 6 on the board for the Tigers. Getting nearer to halftime. Stay tuned during our halftime show. We're going to have some pointers to talk about for both sides of the balls. Morales gets the first play, throws it right to a Tiger, but it falls incomplete. Luckily, it fell off of his hands or bounced off his chest as the punt goes over the head of Duarte, and he's going to run out with it. Doing a 360 flip in the air. Going to keep their drive alive. Oh, the third down carry, and here they are. Only 3 yards needed as they're going to motion over Rocha. Jet sweep, and he gets swallowed up quickly behind the line. And a handoff this time to the running back. Has nothing but green grass and
Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles. How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
We are La Villa, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Whether you're visiting or vacationing at South Padre Island, be sure to book your place to stay with Island Services. Locally owned for over 40 years. Trusted, reliable for condo and beach house rentals. Call and visit the website today. Island Services.
We are the Orange Cardinals, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Hi, I'm Ronald Rodriguez, and I'm a partner with New York Life Insurance Company. For 170 years, New York Life has built a reputation for building some of the finest agents in the industry. I help to manage that process from day one. If you're looking to challenge yourself and build an insurance and financial service business, then I would like to show you how I can help.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
We are the Los Angeles Lady Falcons, and this is Real Sports Live.
Aquí, en la Universidad de Texas A&M Kingsville, somos una familia. Nosotros nos apoyamos. Trabajamos juntos. Crecemos juntos. Triunfamos juntos. Nos inspiramos los unos a los otros para convertirnos en las grandes mentes del futuro. Estamos aquí para asegurarnos que tú triunfes. Aplica hoy para empezar. Es tu momento.
And we are back here, halftime, getting set to get underway very shortly. It just ended. There's a minute left, but the band is clearing the field. Roma's already in their tunnel, getting ready to run out of it. As for Mercedes, they're still huddled up, getting over some final thoughts together on how they could finish out this game as strong as they finished the first half. As for Roma, they're hyping each other up there in their tunnel. They want to say, hey, we want to improve to 2-1 in district play. We want to be over 500 overall. And that all comes and starts defensively with the defensive team. They got to come out strong. They got to be ready as the Tigers are getting ready to run out of their huddle. The Gladiators as well. I believe the Tigers are going to run out first. We're going to see who gets the first chance. As the field is being cleared, the cheerleaders setting up. And halftime is just concluded here at Tiger Stadium. The jungle is ready to get rocking once again. Once again, I'm Brandon Guzman on the call for you tonight. A great night here in Mercedes, Texas. The sun has set fully. And the Tigers are running, or excuse me, the Gladiators are running on to the field. The Tiger growl comes. And here they come. Halftime has concluded. The shaking over here at the press box because of the fans right under us. They're going crazy. They're ready to see their Tigers pull off this victory. As for Roma, they need this to go their way. 12 minutes are on the clock. The quarter has switched to the third, and both teams are ready to get this thing started, underway, kicked off, ready to go. I'm Brandon Guzman, Eduardo Guzman on the camera. 24 minutes left to play, and we'll decide the final victor here in tonight's game and who's going to improve and take the next step. Will the Tigers still claim the #1 spot in District 16 5A, or will the Gladiators knock them off? We're going to find out very, very soon. It all depends, once again, as I mentioned, how the defense starts. If they start quick, they get a stop, they have a chance. If the Tigers score in 1 or 2 plays like they have been doing all night, well, it's going to be a long night for the Gladiators. And they're going to be playing from behind as they are right now, and it's not hard because once you play from behind, you start to get desperate. And desperate times call for desperate measures, and never goes the way you expect it to go. Duarte gets it off as the return down the left side. Number 7, Ramulis Ayala looking for 6 out the gate as he gets tackled quickly. And I forgot to mention there was 3 phases of the game: the offense, the defense, and the special teams. And when all those 3 phases come together, we have a huge explosive play just like that. And the Tigers are now set up at the Gladiators' 8-yard line with goal line situations, and they're going to score quickly. They came out, they got fired up. They were ready to get this thing rocking. We're going to get the replay very, very soon. And if you can't catch the replay, you're watching on YouTube, hey, just click the little rewind button and click the live button, and you'll be back here. Cisneros hands it off to Tijerina, or to Jimenez, excuse me. Easy 8-yard run for Jimenez. And the Tigers only take 17 seconds, and they're on the board here in quarter number 3. We're going to get the replay with you right now in just a bit. There it is. Instant replay.
Your new score with 11:43 here in the third quarter. Visiting Gladiators.
There is
your Tigers.
Jimenez walking into the end zone. And we are back here at Tiger Stadium. I'm going to try and get that kickoff return for you, as we're going to pull that up quickly.
Please, no one standing on or near the rails unless you're exiting the stadium.
We're going to get that to you right now, right after the kickoff, unless we have another explosive play. We're going to get the replay to you. It's going to be on the full screen of Ayala's kick return to set him up for a touchdown. And there's a kick from Hernandez. It boots it right back to the 5-yard line. It's going to be returnable down the left side. He's going to be chased down quickly, and the ball comes loose. The Tigers pick it up. A scoop and score does not happen, but they have the ball back once again. The special teams unit for the Tigers came out to play coming out of the half, and here's the replay. We're going to show you the play that just happened, and then we're going to show you the kick return. That's Austin Davila, and the scoop up by Rosales. And here's the big return. I want to show you the big return, but it's going to take too long, and the Tigers just keep getting big plays after big plays. It's tough to show, but we're going to get it to you for sure. I promise you. The return that started off the third quarter, we're down to 33 seconds. As Cisneros trying to make a highlight play, finds it to his man in the end zone. And they just make this look easy. The Tigers have 44 points, 2 touchdowns out of the gate, and it takes them a little over 30 seconds to do it. Number 11 on the reception, Jason Lozoya.
Jason Lozoya for the score.
This is unbelievable, ladies and gentlemen. This is just blowing my mind when all 3 phases of a football team comes together. This is the results that you get. And the extra point's good, and they have 45. And here's a replay of expected to go. Duarte gets it off as the return down the left side. Number 7, Ramules Ayala looking for 6 out the gate as he gets tackled. That was a kick return right there. Now we're going to show you the replay of the touchdown. That was Cisneros showing off his Johnny Manziel magician as he finds his receiver in the end zone. And I'm at a loss of words up here in the press box. 45 Tigers, Gladiators 14. As Hernandez kicks down and away down the middle, it's going to be Ricardo Villalaba who falls in it. And we're down to 26 seconds.
Your third quarter sponsor, Arcade Air, LLC, Goldie and Haiti.
Unbelievable start to the third quarter as the Gladiators finally get their first chance on offense here in this one. That's the first time we see them tonight coming out of the halftime, and we mentioned they needed a quick start and a quick stop on defense, and it just did not go their way the last couple of drives, and It's tough right now to be a Roma Gladiator. Morales is going to motion his man, hand it off to him as he gets thrown out of bounds. That's John Rosales who got the initial contact and finished it off as well.
Loss of a yard brings up second down, 2nd and 11 for the Gladiator offense.
As he gets pushed out of bounds, the clock is going to stop with 11:26. And highlights after highlights has just been thrown at us by the Tigers. It's time for the Gladiators to have their own set. It's going to be a handoff down the middle. Initial contact met. Number 9, J.J. Alvarado, the linebacker, coming in quickly and making him go back 1 yard. That's to bring up a 3rd and 11.
Number 9, J.J. Alvarado.
And we have a flag on the play. Here's the official with the call.
Wait for official notification.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, number 56 on the defense, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
And then sportsmanlike conduct is something that I know Coach Roger Adame Jr., you see him right there on the field talking to the official. That's something you can't have when you're having big plays and all three phases are coming together on a football team. It doesn't just cost your defense 15 yards. It costs the team a couple of sprints tomorrow when they show up for practice. So I know he's going to have an earful from Coach Roger Adame Jr. after this game, or after the series, the defensive series, after they come to the sideline. And, of course, they're going to hear it tomorrow as they watch film. They're going to review everything. What can they do wrong? What can they do better? As the play gets blown quickly, here's the official once again. Looks like it's going to be a false start, but we're going to turn it over.
Before the play, false start, number 7 on the offense, 5-yard penalty.
False start for the Gladiators. They're going to push him back 5 yards. Handoff is going to start the clock as we have under 11 minutes.
5-yard gain by number 23.
It's going to get back to the original line of scrimmage. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 10
number 44, Jeremiah
for the Gladiators.
35. Vega on the stop.
Off to a crazy start. Things have settled down here in the jungle. Tiger Stadium, a.k.a. the jungle. Things have settled down here as the Gladiators are on offense, more of a run heavy. It's going to be Morales in the shotgun, motioning over his man. He's going to keep it for himself. He's getting chased down. The block wasn't there as he tries to just, and he's going to throw it away. He's going to get rid of it.
Would not be fooled. Number 9, J.J. Alvarado.
And it could have been an intentional grounding. Didn't look like there was any Gladiators in the vicinity, but a flag does get thrown at about the 15-yard line. And it might be a roughing the passer. We'll see what the official has to say.
Intentional grounding, number 1 on the offense. The ball will be played at the spot of the foul. Loss of down, 3rd down.
And just as I had called it, I didn't see the flag coming from the side judge, but the back head judge did call it. It was an intentional grounding. There was no Gladiators in the vicinity, in the area of where the ball was thrown as it went straight to the sideline. So that was called. At first, second thought, I thought it was going to be roughing the passer, but that makes more sense as the Tigers were already in motion to sack the quarterback. We're going to have a timeout called on the field with 9:54. We'll be back after this here on Real Sports Live.
The Brownsville Independent School District continues to provide a safe environment for enriching education. From pre-K3 to early college high school, the award-winning district has advanced its legacy in curriculum, athletics, and fine arts. Teachers are driving the frontier of technology, bringing industry to the classroom. On and off the field, Brownsville ISD students engage in the experiences that make them college and career ready. Brownsville Independent School District, the best choice.
And he throws it down. Oh! See you later, touchdown.
And look for your motors, we're moving forward. Same great service, same great people, same great cars and trucks, and these great white vans. Our vision is crystal clear. Look for your motors. We're on the move.
And we're back here, Real Sports Live. After the timeout, you saw our newest sponsor, Luke Faria. We do host our Talking Football shows on Wednesday there in Brownsville, Texas. We have some coach special guests come on. Kevin Nato is the host of that little segment that we have. Morales actually rolls out to the right, finds his receiver. As that pass falls incomplete, we're going to knock off 2 seconds of that play. It's going to be a 9:52 and a huge 4th and 28 for the Gladiators. They're going to punt it right back to the Tigers. Back to receive deep for Mercedes is Austin Davila. And right now it is not going Roma's way. They do have 2 punt returns back deep now. Tyrell Trevino and Austin Davila, 2 dangerous aspects of the game here for Mercedes. Their secret weapons whenever they are in crisis mode. Whenever they need a big play, they send those 2 fellas to the call. There goes skyrocketed, and it's going to be fielded at about the 44-yard line. 45 is where the official's going to spot it. And the Tigers now take over. 5 yards from Roma Gladiators territory with a 1st and 10 at their own 45. We'll see what they do here. Either it's a one-play touchdown, or they shave off a couple minutes from the clock. We'll see what they decide to do. And Coach Roger Adame Jr. Halftime around the RGV for other schools, other games. It's going to be a quick screen out to the receiver, Jason Lozoya, who already has a touchdown. He got another reception right there.
On the stop, Jesus Salinas and teammate Casiel Guiano.
And at the end of the halftime there at Edinburgh High School, or at Richard R. Florida Stadium, it's going to be Edinburgh Vela 42, Edinburgh North 12. And that's just halftime right now. It's going on.
Nice throw and catch.
So a great game over there for Vela, to another offensive powerhouse like the Tigers, but they're in 6A, they're in 5A here in Mercedes. A handoff down to the running back. Jimenez takes it to the outside, and a flag comes in from the side of the screen. We're going to send it over to the official to see what he has to say.
Holding, number 71 on the offense. 10-yard penalty, repeat first down.
It's going to be a holding on the offense for Mercedes. It's going to bring them back 10 yards. It's something that you correct at practice with the snap count, something you correct as a team, as an offensive unit. First penalty, or one of many for the night, as we have another false start.
Before the play, false start, number 75 on the offense. 5-yard penalty, still first down.
And another false start, another penalty for the offensive line of Mercedes. Back-to-back, they haven't had this much of a struggle down there in the trenches up until now. Of course, here and there, but back-to-back penalties is unheard of for this type of offensive unit for the Tigers. We'll see what Cisneros can do now with a 1st and 25. They had the holding call, sent them back 10 yards. That was a 1st and 20. Now the false start sends them back 5 more. But Cisneros is going to air that out for Rocha, and the pass interference comes, and there's the flag once again on the play.
Shall wait for official notification.
It is going to be a pass interference on the defense as they send it over to the official. Here he is once again. You all going to probably hearing him more than I am right now at this point of the game. Now we'll see what the official call is. Here it is.
Pass interference. Number 21 on the defense. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. Automatic first down.
And it's an automatic first down for the Tigers. It is not a spot foul. They're going to get 15 yards from the spot of the foul, or 15 yards from the line of scrimmage. That sets them back up with a 1st and 10. Back to the original as Cisneros launches it to Rocha. He gets his second chance. He catches it, but he doesn't get much. He's going to get about a yard on that last play, and the clock continues to roll. Down to 8:25 here in quarter number 3. First half went by fairly quickly here at Tiger Stadium. As we're down to 8:17. Motion out for Jimenez. Cisneros finds him down in the flats. Tries to make a couple of defenders miss, and he does. Cruising into the end zone. Miguel Jimenez once again for the Tigers, excuse me. He has another touchdown on the board. And Mercedes just piling on points at this point in the game, 51-14 as we await the extra point from Diego Hernandez. As we're going to give you the replay right now, Hernandez, of course, stays perfect on the night. It goes through. And here's the replay. Cisneros finds Jimenez down in the flats. Stops the defender in his tracks, but he has the quickness and the acceleration and the agility to get past him. And here we are once again, back with the kickoff. Mercedes, another repeat story of the night. The Gladiators need to get something going. Being stopped in their tracks every 3 plays or getting flags on the play. It's not a good deal for them. Hernandez kicks that off. As the Gladiators feel that it's a pooch kick, they're giving him an opportunity to get better yardage. As that ball goes over the official, had to jump for it. Couldn't do his little Odell impersonation. But here we are, 52-14 with 8 minutes left in quarter number 3. A long way to go. 20 minutes total in the ball game, as each quarter is 12 minutes. We're counting the 4th, and we're counting the last 8 minutes of the 3rd quarter. And the Tigers have just piled on points, able to score about 3 to 4 times just in seconds. Morales is going to motion his man, handoff down the middle. The hole gets stuffed quickly, and the Tigers are there for another stop. As the clock continues to run here.
Number 35 and 50. Number 35, James Vega. Number 50, Oscar Sanchez.
Morales motioning the man once again. Handoff down the middle. Morales is going to take it for himself. A stiff arm, but the block isn't there as he tries to climb to the 2nd level. As he loses 5 yards on that last play. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 14 for Roma. And that's not one way they want to go. They want to go south, as at the end zone they're in. They want to go south. They don't want to go backwards north. It's just not a good look for them. Morales motioning out his receiver, finds him over the top, but that goes incomplete, stops the clock with 6:40, and we do have another flag on the play. Here's the official.
Illegal shift. Number 21 of the offense. That penalty is declined. 4th down.
Smart football IQ play there by Coach Adame Jr. Going to decline that play. If he would have accepted it, the Tigers would have had a second shot at it. With 5 yards back, it would have been a 3rd and 19. But instead, it brings up a 4th and 14. And the punt unit for Roma comes back on the field. Tigers, Austin Davila and Tyro Trevino back deep to receive. The kickoff returned as the snap is fumbled low on the ground, almost blocked. But it's just going to go out of bounds, and the official is going to spot it at the 35-yard line. And once again, that's where the Tigers are going to start their next drive with 6:34 to play here in quarter number 3. See what Coach Adame Jr. does. If he wants to score, oh, the offense is going to score. It's not really up to Adame Jr. at this point, the coach. They're just that capable of scoring. 52-14 here in the 3rd quarter. There's going to be another quick screen out. New receiver in the game as he gets his first touch of the night. Xavier Sanchez.
On the stop, number 2, Jesus Salina. 4-yard gain brings up 2nd down.
It's going to bring up a 2nd and 6. Another pass swung out to the right-hand side as the Tigers just get loose. Ramulus Ayala. Ayala had the big kick return after that. As we return from the half, and here he comes, and here he is again making another big play. 1st down for the Tigers. Clock continues to roll. We're under 6 minutes now in the 3rd quarter. Cisneros hands it off to the running back, who just gets drugged down. It's number 18 on the carry, R.J. Torres.
R.J. Torres, no gain on the stop. Brian Hinojosa.
No huddle offense here for the Tigers. That's all they know. Fast pace. 1st downs and touchdowns. A quick strike out to Sanchez as he gets thrown out of bounds. It's going to stop the clock with 5:23.
Casiel Anguiano. 3rd down. 3rd and 4 for the Tiger offense.
3rd and 3 for the Tigers now. As they take their time calling this next play. The play clock is not. Play clock is moving, but the scoreboard, the game clock is not. Cisneros in the empty set. Tunnel screen to Sanchez. Gets swallowed up quickly. It's going to bring up 4th and 2, but a flag does get thrown from the back judge, the head judge. Here he is on the call. As it looks like we're going to take a quick timeout. As an injury timeout. We'll be back in just a bit, and then we're going to get the call for the flag. We'll be back after this here on Real Sports Live.
Watching Real Sports Live. We are the Harlingen Lady Cardinals, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Here at Texas A&M University, Kingsville, we are a family. We support each other through thick and thin. We work together, grow together, excel together. We inspire each other to become the great minds.
We're back here. Here's the official.
Number 14 of the defense. 15-yard penalty from the end of the run. Automatic first down.
And we have another personal foul on the Gladiators. They have a roughing the passer and an injury timeout. It was number 25, Miguel Rios, that was down. He was able to get back up, walk back to the sideline on his own 2 feet. He's playing linebacker tonight for the Gladiators, so might see him back on the field very shortly. The time continues to roll. Signaled by the official. Cisneros motions out his man over the top. As that falls incomplete, the clock stops with 5:08. No pass interference, no flags on the last play there for Roma. No defensive pass interference. We do have Joaquin G. He's walking from Chicago, Illinois. And Tyrell Trevino's little brother, it's his birthday. He turns 9 today. Well, happy birthday, Marcus. Your brother is scoring a lot of touchdowns for you tonight. Cisneros rolls out to his left. Now rolls to the right and gets tackled. Not after he gains about 3 yards. It's going to bring up about a 3rd and 7 maybe here.
Brings up third down, 3rd and 8 on the stop. Joel Gonzalez.
A 3rd and 7 for Mercedes. They're leading 52-14 here with 4:32 left in quarter number 3. Man in motion. Fakes the motion, has his man wide open, but he can't get it to him. Pass goes incomplete. That was intended for number 3, Marcos Gonzalez. But a flag does get thrown on the play. It's in the midst of the linemen. Here's the call from the official.
Holding, number 71 of the offense. 10-yard penalty. Repeat third down.
Another holding call for Mercedes. It's going to send them back 10 yards. Going to bring up a 3rd and 17. Luckily, they got to replay that last play after they accepted the penalty. The clock has stopped with 4:25 here in quarter number 3. Cisneros motions out his man. A bad snap as he's just going to fall in it, lose more yards than he has to. And the Roma Gladiators signal they got it, and they do. It's going back to Roma. And a huge play for them. A bad snap there from the center. Here's the replay on that. Cisneros wasn't even ready for it. You see, he motioned out his man, wasn't even looking at the center. And they got to the ball quickly, able to recover it. And here we are. 3:51 now. In quarter number 3, the Tigers, or the Gladiators, have the ball in Tiger territory. We'll see what they can do. Handoff down the middle for Lozoya. Gets them a nice chunk of yardage. Looks like it's going to go for a gain of about
Number 54 on the stop, Jaden Gonzalez.
gain of 4. He's going to bring up a 2nd and 6. Actually, a gain of 5, so halfway there. 2nd and 5 for the Gladiators now. A man in motion gets the handoff. Faked me out and the camera guy out.
The Tigers initial contact number 9, JJ Alvarado. Brings up third down, 3rd and 4 for the Gladiators.
It's going to bring up a 3rd and 4, a 1-yard gain. Not going anywhere on that last play. As the Gladiators rush to the line. It's going to be a quick handoff down the middle to the fullback. He's going to be short a yard. It's going to bring up a 4th and 1.
Number 90, Roland Galvan. On the stop for the Tiger defense.
We're down to 2 minutes and 14 seconds as the Gladiators are going to stay on the field for this next play. A 4th and 1. Coming up next, we'll see if they can convert. Look for the QB sneak from Morales. Pressure coming from the Tigers. And there it is. Morales has more than enough. A 3-yard gain is going to set him up at the 34-yard line. And the official signals over for the chain crew to move down 10 more yards. Clock is going to continue to run. We're down to 1:40 in quarter number 3. About to flip fields. I mean, the last 12 minutes, Roma just running the clock out here. Want to get out of here as quick as possible. We see Diego Hernandez down on the sideline. He's getting his warm-up kicks, and that's why he's been perfect all night. Whenever the defense is on or whenever the offense is on the sideline, he's there, and he's just practicing his kicks. As the fumble goes back to Mercedes, the clock is going to stop. And the Tigers come up with another stop. Where's the replay? A bit late, didn't get it in time. But a huge play there for the Tigers as they are back on the offensive side of the game. And the Tigers now back on the field. As Cisneros is going to air it out for Tyrell Trevino, who catches it in traffic. The 15 to 10 to 5, and he's in for 6 more points. Unbelievable catch by Tyrell Trevino. Have yourself a night, young man. I believe that's his 3rd of the night. Unbelievable catch and run there. Somehow he came up with it in traffic. There was 4 people in the vicinity, and he's the one that came down with it. We're going to show the replay just right now after we get this kick by Hernandez. 1:14 left to play in quarter number 3, and the Tigers offense scores quickly, and the extra point is through the uprights. 59 for the Tigers, 14 for the Gladiators, and here's the instant replay. Trevino barely got the end of the catch. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. There's the cheerleaders for the Tigers and the Gladiators getting along, having their little reindeer games on the track, doing their little thing, doing their little dance, having a great time over there. And we're back here on the field. 1:14 left to play in quarter number 3. And the Tigers are getting ready to kick this up and away back to the Gladiators, who are running the clock out. We got a turnover, got the ball back, 1 play, touchdown, and here we are. As we do have a final, the Donna Redskins 42, Brownsville Lobos 7. And we have another final as that kick goes out of bounds. That's going to be a 15-yard penalty, I believe, or a 5-yard penalty for the Tigers. Here's the official on the call.
Free kick out of bounds. Ball will be played at the 30-yard line. First down.
So it's a free kick out of bounds. It's going to be at the 30-yard line and a 1st and 10 for the Gladiators with 1:14 left to play here in quarter numero 3. And we do have a final from McAllen. Nicky Rowe falls to McAllen Memorial 16-6 in an odd scoring game at halftime. It was 6 Nicky Rowe, and McAllen Memorial had 2. There's the run for the running back. Number 28 is on it. Roy Martinez gets a nice carry. We're going to go down all the way to the 103 mark here in quarter number 3. And maybe 2 more plays.
Number 15 on the stop for the Tiger defense, Nick Belcher.
And we will be going to the 4th quarter. A lot to process for the Roma Gladiators tonight. They were off to a hot start, and one stop did it as the Tigers just had their way tonight with the Roma. Another stop. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 10. Stop back at the original line of scrimmage.
Loss of a yard. Brings up.
And then coming out of the break with Mercedes, Roma needed a stop, and it was just Mercedes who came out with a hot start with their 3rd phase of the game. Their special teams phase is always a phase that people really don't acknowledge as much as it should be acknowledged. I mean, big plays open up. You saw Ayala with a huge play as we go to the 4th quarter. We're going to talk about that in just a bit. Both teams are going to switch sides. Quick commercial break. We're going to be back with quarter number 4, the last 12 minutes of the game here on Real Sports Live.
We are here to ensure you succeed. Apply today to get started. This is your time.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
I love what I do. I really
love what
do.
I'm doing. I love children. One of the most important things to do is to love your students.
Imagine teachers like these helping your child prepare to change the world. Take a closer look at Mission CISD.
And we are back here, Real Sports Live, with the 4th quarter of the game. 59-14 is the score. Tigers lead the Gladiators, and they have the ball with a 2nd and 10 at their own 43-yard line. It's going to be the man in motion who gets it. Off to the right-hand side, bounces it out, and backwards. Silverio Martinez goes for a loss of about 8, and we do have a player down along to come with it. We'll be back here, Real Sports Live, after this.
We're the Harlem South Lady Hawks, and you're watching Real Sports Live. Hawks up!
Service is attitude. How far are we willing to go to service our community, our dealership here for you, and you? Sky's the limit.
We're the Red Texans, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Josh Moody and Coach Rolly Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
We are Santa Rosa, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Forever Memories Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for the fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
We are Eddie Burkella, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Sherryland ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
And we're back here. The player down was number 21, Silverio Martinez. He was carried off by his training staff and a couple of his teammates. So we'll want to wish him a speedy recovery, whatever the injury may be. We have no idea what it is up here from the booth. Only the coaches know, and the training staff are going to further examine it. It's a 4th and 17 as the Tigers are going to be back on the offensive spectrum once again here in the fourth quarter. Or in the second half. It's 59-14. We'll see if Coach Adame just wants to add a little bit of rubbing alcohol to the wound already. And you know that's going to burn. A low snap, fumbled it, but he picked it up, recovered it. It's going to bounce back to the 45, and that will be the official spot for the Tigers to take over. Short field for them to work with, but whatever field they are granted, whatever spot they start off at, it always and may always end up in a touchdown and 6 points for them. If not, then they'll be more than grateful for 3. So here we are, 10:52. Gonna correct my play clock. As the Tigers are back on offense. Cisneros still at the quarterback position. Empty set for him. Might motion a man out. Might run a screenplay or a jet sweep. He's going to keep it for himself on the motion. He's going to be swallowed up quickly by number 23, Gabriel Garcia. Garcia is going to stop him after a gain of 1. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 9 for the Tigers. So one thing we're going to get back to is that third phase, the special teams phase, as Cisneros hands it off back to Jimenez. Has a hole and a whole lot of room to come with it. Going all the way down to the 15-yard line. Jimenez is having himself a night. Another first down for the Tigers. And the clock is going to continue to roll after being signaled by the official. Jimenez making this look easy. His offensive lineman blocking for him. Setting him up with a show. A jet sweep there to the receiver as he reverses field all the way back. That's Xavier Sanchez going into the end zone. And here's the replay. It did not look pretty. The safety, all he had to make, miss. And it did not look so hot. We do have an injury down on the field, so we'll be back with another commercial break as he's back on his 2 feet in just a while here at Real Sports Live.
Uniforms, etc., you're going to find the opportunity to purchase the best high-quality scrubs. Soon after I learned about how the EDC was helping out the community, and so I did meet with Ms. Castillo. She made it very easy, very friendly, and she walked me every step of the way. I couldn't have done it without their help.
Come visit our new store in downtown Harlingen. We have furniture, appliances, clothes, collectibles, and more. All funds collected support the Sunny Glen Children's Home. Come see us at Vintage on Jackson at First and Jackson in Harlingen.
I love what I do. I really
love what
do.
I'm doing. I love children. One of the most important things to do is to love your students.
Imagine teachers like these helping your child prepare to change the world. Take a closer look at Mission CISD.
This game is brought to you in part by the Concession Stand in Santa Rosa, a locally owned business providing a terrific atmosphere before or after the games and supporting athletes of all ages. When you're in Santa Rosa, be sure to stop by the Concession Stand and choose from the wide assortment of goodies. An advertising partner with Rio Sports Live is the Concession Stand.
And we are back here. A man down on the field was number 19, Luis Cantu. And we're going to have to go back and take a look at the replay once again. 9:49, it's 65-14 as we await the extra point from Diego Hernandez. Gladiators going to have a long trip home in silence as they got blown out tonight. The kick is up, away, through the uprights. It's good. It's 66-14, and here's the instant replay of Sanchez's touchdown. Breaking ankles, a safety there. And we are here. It's going to be the Gladiators back on the offense, or back on the field, the kickoff units, and the Gladiators kickoff return unit looking for a second chance. We'll see how much clock they can chew off this time. Here's sounds of the game from Tiger Stadium.
It'll be first and 10 from the 7-yard line for the Gladiators.
And that's going to be kicked to the sideline, number 10. Casiel Anguñano not able to field that as it's going to go out of bounds at the 7. And that's where the Gladiators are going to start their next drive. Backed up once again. That's how they started their first drive. They ended up punting it away. And now here they are. Their might be their last drive of the night. Maybe second to last or the third to last. Who knows? We'll see how far they can get. As always, the end zone is the prime target. Morales under center. Motioning over his man. A handoff down the middle to the fullback.
Host of Tigers on the stop. 3-yard gain brings up second down, 2nd and 7. Initial contact 35 and 65. Vega and number 65. Owen.
Handoff down the middle. He's going to break loose down the left side, going down the sideline, eventually gets tackled out of bounds.
2 on the carry on the stop, number 15, Nick Belcher. Number 22, Isaac Lozano. Yardage is good for a Gladiator first down. Going to be first and 10.
It's a 1st and 10 for
37-yard line.
the Gladiators. A huge run right there is going to set them up as they now have breathing room once again. Clock is going to continue to roll. We are down to 8:40. The band jamming out. The flag comes on the play as it's going to go down the middle, and the official's going to have to come onto the field once again. Here's the official, and then we're going to turn it over to the band, who's having a grand old time as well.
On the defense, number 65, 5-yard penalty. Repeat first down.
And here's the band. The band having a grand old time. They brought out the electric guitar. They got the percussion drumming it out. And a 1st and 5 for the Gladiators. As we go into a minute, 8 minutes, and here we are once again. Another flag gets thrown on the play. It looks like it's going to be an offsides. Here's the official with the call.
Offside, number 40 on the defense. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Going to be first and 10. Just a friendly reminder that the Estación is open late from 10 to midnight. We'll join them at 509 West 2nd Street, Suite B, Mercedes, Texas.
First and 10 for the Gladiators. Under 8 minutes now. Handoff down the middle is going nowhere as he is stuffed, met by a gang of Tigers. It's going to be number 65 on the first initial tackle, Jamarian Owens, the senior defensive lineman.
Don't forget to order your Tiger-sized pizza at Formacio's Pizzeria.
Band finished jamming out, being the life of the party right now besides the football team on the field. Man in motion down the middle. It's actually a keeper by Morales who goes for more than what the initial running back would have had if he would have handed it off. He's going to go for a nice little gain. It's going to be about a gain of 9 yards. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2. Sounds of the game from Tiger Stadium. Handoff down the middle. It's going to be a flag just before the play was blown. I believe it's going to be on the Tigers. Here's the official once again.
Offside, number 52 in the defense. That penalty is declined. Results of the play, first down.
It was a 3rd and 1 for the Gladiators. The offsides from the Tigers was declined, so the first down goes to Mercedes, or to Roma. As the play the clock continues to roll, we're down to 6:20 on the board. Man goes in motion, handoff down the middle. He gets loose, Lozoya. It's another first down gain for the Gladiators of Roma High School.
Ball at the 25-yard line.
We do have another final to announce here. Harlingen South is going to roll through Brownsville Hanna 41-12.
Nice play by Tiger defense. Quarterback keeper.
A quarterback keeper by Morales goes for a nice little chunk of yardage. Just going to bring up a 2nd and 5.
Defensive play. 5-yard gain. Brings up 2nd down, 2nd and 5.
Second and 5 as we go nearing the 5-minute mark. It's going to be a handoff or a keeper from Morales. He's going to go for more than 5 yards on that last play. And it's going to be another first down for the the Gladiators as they make it all the way down to the 11-yard line.
Ball at the 11-yard line.
Handoff. Morales is going to keep it for himself. Rolling out to the right. Nobody there blocking for him. He's going to get swallowed up quickly. Might go for a yard of 1, or he might just make it back to the original line of scrimmage. And he is going to make it back to the original line of scrimmage. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 10 for the Gladiators. Looking for the end zone late in the game. We'll see if they're able to get in there. Handoff down to Lozoya, who tries to push forward for yardage, but he's going to get stopped short quickly at the 5-yard line. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 4. Actually, a 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd down, 3rd and 3. Ball at the 5-yard line.
Ball at the 5, a 3rd and 3. All he needs 3 yards to gain for a first down, and they will keep their drive alive. But a touchdown is always good as well to come along with it. Well, why not? They huddle up, and they break it. Morales goes under center. A running back and a fullback and a plethora of tight ends to come along with it. He's going to take it for himself as he is going to be short of the touchdown. He's going to be 1 yard short, but he's going to have the first down nonetheless. There is going to be a flag on the play. So here's the official on the call. They're discussing the call right now. And they're asking Roma if they want to decline it. Here they are.
Offside, number 48 of the defense. That penalty is declined. Result of the play, first down.
So there you hear it. The penalty does get declined, and the result of the play is a first down for Roma. As we're going to continue the clock once again. 3:06, and they're itching for the end zone here. We'll see if they get it. Morales dives in himself, and he's going to be in the end zone for a touchdown. 6 points go on the board for Roma. A little late, but nonetheless, they got in there. 66-20 is a score as we await the extra point kick coming from Jonathan Duarte. They jog onto the field. And Mercedes fans looking for an early exit, trying to beat traffic. They know their team has this one in the bag with about 3 minutes left to play. It's 66-20. Might be 21. We'll see if Duarte can get it through. He got the last 2 in, so we'll see if he can get this one. Snap is good. The hold is good. And the extra point is good along to come aside with it. 66-21 is the score with 2:59 left to play here in quarter number 4. Tigers are going to be on offense next. Special teams units going to come onto the field. Kick return and the kickoff is going to be up next. The band already had their time. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back here on Real Sports Live in just a bit.
Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past? First pressings, collectibles. How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
We are La Villa, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Whether you're visiting or...
And we're back here, quarter number 4. The band having a grand old time. Jamming out like they're at a rock concert right now. The fans for Mercedes, as I mentioned early, they're getting an early exit. Families are going out by the dozens here at Tiger Stadium. And the kick is up and away. New kicker in, number 99, Alejandro Gomez, got down and out of the end zone as the Tigers were anticipating an onside kick. That's not the case. They're going to take over at their own 25 with a 1st and 10. 66-21 with 2:59 left to play. Here's the band once again. Look at them. There is a penalty. It's an offsides on the kicking team. They're going to accept it. And it's going to be the Tigers' ball now. Instead of the 25, it's going to be at the 30 with a 1st and 10. Still 2:59 on the clock. Nothing has changed. And we're about to get this thing rolling once again here. Snap is taken and given to Jimenez, the running back, down the middle. He's going to go for a nice chunk of yardage, a 6-yard, 7-yard gain. We're going to call that a 2nd and 3. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 3 here for Mercedes as they just want to run the ball out here, chew off as much clock as possible, and not let anybody else get hurt here in this game. Too many injuries. One is too many at the least, as it's going to be a new quarterback in the game. He's going to run out of bounds. That's number 3, Marcos Gonzalez. He's a quarterback. going to bring up a 3rd and 3. He went nowhere on that last down. So here we are. We're going to try it again. This time he got one shot, one opportunity to get to get 3 yards to be exact. 226, man in motion. They hand it off or toss it up to Ayala, and he gets tackled up quickly. That's number 8 on the tackle, Daniel Gutierrez. He has a tackle, and he is going to be down hurt as well. As we mentioned before, we don't need any more injuries. And they're just going to leave him on the ground, so we're going to take another commercial break until he's back on his feet here at Real Sports Live.
Be sure to book your place to stay with Island Services. Locally owned for over 40 years. Trusted, reliable for condo and beach house rentals. Call and visit the website today. Island Services.
We are the Harlingen Cardinals, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Hi, I'm Rolo Rodriguez, and I'm a partner with New York Life Insurance Company. For 170 years, New York Life has built a reputation for building some of the finest agents in the industry. I help to manage that process from day one. If you're looking to challenge yourself and build an insurance and financial service business, then I would like to show you how I can help.
And here we are back. It was Gutierrez who was down on the field, but he's back up on his own 2 feet, and he's out on the sidelines getting medical attention from the trainers. It's going to be the Tigers now faced with a 4th and 3. The punting unit's going to come on the field. The official signaled to roll the clock. So we'll see how much time they take off here. Sounds of the game from Tiger Stadium. And Mercedes are going to take a timeout. So we're going to take one as well here on Real Sports Live. We'll be back after this.
See you later, touchdown.
We are those Red Nose Lady Falcons, and this is Real Sports Live.
Aquí, en la Universidad de Texas A&M Kingsville, somos una familia. Nosotros nos apoyamos. Trabajamos juntos. Crecemos juntos. Triunfamos juntos. Nos inspiramos los unos a los otros para convertirnos en las grandes mentes del futuro. Estamos aquí para asegurarnos que tú triunfes. Aplica hoy para empezar. Es tu momento.
And here we are back after the timeout. Smart move right there by Coach Adame Jr. Waiting for the play clock to go all the way down. Called his final timeout, or his first timeout of the game. Only 2 timeouts have been called all game. And the last 2 came here in the 4th quarter as Tyrell Trevino thinks he can do it all. He punts it away as well. Not too hot of a punt, but it flipped fields nonetheless. Now the Roma Gladiators are going to have the ball with 1:23 at their own 42-yard line to be exact. The sounds of the game brought to you by me here at Real Sports Live. As we take a look ahead of the schedule for both teams. Mercedes Tigers, their rivalry right down the street. They're going to be playing Ed Couch Elsa here at home. Then they're going to travel to, or they're going to be here the next 2 games at home. It's going to be Ed Couch Elsa, then it's going to be Sherryland. And then on Thursday, October 14th, they're going to be playing the PSG Southwest Javelinas. Then Friday, October 22nd, it's the Mission Veterans Memorial. They're going to be playing that one here at home. And then they travel to Sherryland to face Pioneer. Pioneer's 2nd in the district right now. So we'll see how that goes. They took a victory tonight as well. As we take a look at Roma, their schedule coming up next. They have Pioneer next week, Friday, October 1st. Then they're going to travel to PSGA to take on the Wolverines out of Memorial High School. And then they're going to be at home versus Valley View. That pass falls incomplete there. Stops the clock with 36 seconds. And then on Friday, October 29th, they're going to be away at Ed Couch Elsa. And then they're going to be at home versus Sherryland. And that's going to be played November 4th, the last game of the district season, the regular season. And then both teams will be looking ahead at playoffs. Right now, Roma needs to do a lot if they want to stay in that playoff conversation. Right now, Mercedes, well, they are in the driver's seat for the district title. And they got competition to face soon. And it's going to be tough as they hand it off down the middle. The tackle goes and comes. 30 seconds left here in the game. We just want to thank everybody here from Real Sports Live. Brandon Guzman on the call tonight. Eduardo Guzman on the camera. Joe Bowling, the man behind the idea of Real Sports Live, bringing this to the fans. For those of you who couldn't make it, thank you for tuning in. We had about 300 viewers at a time at one point on YouTube. Facebook, I wasn't able to check. Just want to thank everybody for coming in, tuning in, watching out, cheering on your Gladiators, cheering on your Tigers. I'm Brandon Guzman, Eduardo Guzman on the camera. All thank you from Real Sports Live. God bless. Have a safe weekend and a safe trip home to both players, all the players, the fans, and the teams as well. So once again, thank you. Tuning in to Real